So basically, I think that maybe a month ago, the guys at Golem decided to revamp the whole team. And what does this mean? Well, revamping the whole team, basically, we decided to split up in tiny clusters, which would be dedicated to each one of Golem's milestones. So we have Clay. Clay is our second milestone. Maybe some of you know about it, some of you don't. Clay features actually our GPU support, mining, POC, and everything that's fancy in Golem. So I'm just gonna skip that because it's too technical and I'm not a technical person. What's more important, we have an R&D team that's not only building things for us Golem, but for the ecosystem as a whole. So we're focusing on scalability. Once again, if you didn't know, then Golem is a spin-off from a company named EMAP, and EMAP has actually 5 devs working on the OMG Plasma. So we are basically working a lot on scalability already for a long time. And then Golem is obviously focusing on scalability, very, very worried about sharding, so you better shard fast. And then, of course, we are also building our GrapheneNG integration. What is this? Well, when you are running computations on an untrusted environment, you need a layer of trust, or at least a layer of verification. Intel has found a solution which is called SGX, which is a software guard extension, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, Katian. So we forked it and we improved it, and now we are fixing bugs to ship the best version of GrapheneNG possible to the ecosystem, and it will be user-friendly, so you can all just dive into the Golem repo and use the GrapheneNG for your computations and run them safely and privately. Then another thing that the R&D team is focusing in is actually civil attacks. We all know that civil attacks are single-handedly, well, mainly one of the main threats to decentralization, because, well, you know civil attacks. I don't need to explain it to a developer audience, please. So, so basically, we're focusing on anti-civil solutions. We have a whole team dedicated to this, and we're going to ship it as well to the whole ecosystem. It's open source. Everything we do is open source and for you to use, guys. So we hope you dig into the GitHub. And well, then obviously we're going to work on a marketplace that's fair, that's secure, and that's distributed, and that resembles a lot the good economic models of today. So we are really, really deep into researching these points because we need to get the best out of every economic model and translate these into Golem, and then obviously ship these for the whole P2P audience. Whether it's blockchain or not, we don't care. You can use it. It's open source, as I said. And then obviously I'm just gonna focus more on my favorite thing, which is our use case pipeline. We use Choose Your Own Golem. Have you ever read the Choose Your Own Adventure books? No? Okay, you're lame. So, anyways. So basically, relating to the book, the Choose Your Own Adventure books meant that you get to choose your own iteration of the book. And this is the same thing that we're trying to do with Golem. We're trying to make all the community tell us their ideas and see how we can help them. So basically, if you have an idea that can help Golem in any way, or that can be a part of a model of a supercomputer, then by all means reach to us. And we're basically, Golem now is about CGI rendering, but we're not a rendering engine. We are a general purpose supercomputer, and we want to stay this way. And the ultimate goal of Golem is actually shipping this supercomputer out in the wild open source, and then let you manage it. So the idea about behind the use case pipeline is to gather as much use cases, fund them, advise them, and then let them run into the wild and build like this collaborative supercomputer. So we rely actually on the community. And this is where mass adoption comes in place. The more use cases, the more adopters from every corner of the earth that we can get. Whether it's medical science, whether it's neurochemistry, DNA rendering, or even CAD, or new graphic ideas, we will take everything. We will hear everything, and we will advise everyone. So I think this slide is actually self-explanatory, and I explained a lot of it. So we are truly open. You don't have to be a blockchain developer to actually get into our use case pipeline and get funded by us. By all means, just shoot us your idea. If it's viable, we'll put the best team up to your convenience. We have a team of amazing computer scientists, and they're all very, very mind open. They don't come from blockchain, so you don't have to show like sick blockchain skills or anything. You just have to come with an open mind, thirst for knowledge, and a lot of will to work, and that's all that matters for us. So if you're a medical researcher, a Web 2.0 programmer, blockchain developer, neuroscientist, something, just reach out. So this is basically what we will offer once you get into the use case pipeline. Basically, you send us an email, we see if it's viable, we research on the team, and then we offer a potential to integrate within the Golem network, technical cooperation on the integration, so you'll get some of the sickest computer scientists from Warsaw and the world, possibly, sorry, they're really cool. And then we will absolutely make a planning to monetize your software, because we understand that not all software wants to be open source. We are open source, not leaky, don't look at me that way. We're open source, but we don't expect everyone to be open source. Stop making those faces. That's the best thing about knowing the community here. And obviously, we will give financial support, mentoring, larger financial support if we do a follow-on grant and joint marketing activities. I know a lot of the open source community, I'm not looking at Leaky again, but we're not keen on marketing, but we'll give you support on this, because this is important for mass adoption. Then again, we need to monetize, we need to make everything accessible, we need to provide the correct documentation and educational sources, and this is what the Golem team is here for, and we're fully prepared after 4 years of developing. So finally, and yeah, this ends my talk. So if you have an idea, you can just reach us out there. Just shoot your wildest ideas. Don't be a stranger. If you think that an idea is maybe flaky, or if you're not sure, we'll take them all. It's cool. You know, we won't discriminate. We won't look into your code base. We won't make any assumptions. We won't have any bias. Just reach out. And yeah, thank you for everyone, and looking forward to see you at ETH Berlin too.